Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I'm here with another Modern League, and I'm just going to continue playing this deck. I am having so much fun with it. I can't put it down. I just played a league with this deck. I recorded it today. It was out yesterday. Go check it out on my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below to go to the channel. And if you subscribe to the channel, I appreciate that. It helps me out. It doesn't cost you anything. Ring the bell. You can know when the new videos come out and comment down below. If you have anything to say, I respond to all the comments, and any of those things help me out so much. But again, my channel, youtube.com/snapbolt, just continuously playing Modern recently because Pauper is trash right now. And I'm having so much fun playing Modern, specifically this deck. And I just want to play it at least for a little while longer, keep tuning it, and maybe take it to some bigger tournaments soon. So I've gone over this deck tech in a bunch of the other Delver videos I've done, but we're just a Delver DRC, Dragon Ridge Channeler deck, and Murktide Regent is one of our big threats. And then we just have a bunch of free spells, some card advantage and iteration and Serum Visions, Thought Scour, and then a bunch of removal and bolt and 4 Unholy Heat, which has been great. And then some baubles to go with the channelers. They're also good with Delver, they're good with iteration. They're just so good right now, which is why they're like 45 tickets. But again, I've been doing incredibly well with this deck. Not to spoil any specific matches, but I've played 4 leagues for the channel with this deck now, which is even more than I typically do for any one deck, and this is the 5th league. Out of the 4 last leagues, I'm 18-2. I have 2 5-0s and 2 4-1s. The deck has just been performing super well. There's been a lot of close matches, but the deck is just carrying me, honestly. And I've been loving it. I just don't want to put it down. Let's just go right into round one. All right, welcome to round one. We're on the play. This hand is pretty terrible. We have no turn one play. Then we'd potentially have a turn two iteration that doesn't do anything and no way to cast this region quickly. This is just a mulligan. Let's just try to do better. All right, this is much better. Just gonna put back one of these Unholy Heats, I think, and then I can just lead on turn one Delver. Is this foil? I don't like foils. I don't think it's foil. Opponent's on the mull to 6 as well. Let's just get rid of one of the removal spells. Keep 2 lands, a threat, a removal spell, and some card selection. Looks great. So much better looking hand than our first one. Delver go. Delver is good in Modern now, huh? Castle Garenberg. Okay, we could be against Titan, so I might get to try out my new sideboard cards. Thought Scour. Yes, I want to reveal that. Nice. Let's go Shock. Serum Visions. Could have Thought Scoured before this, so I don't mess this up. I'm going to bottom both of these anyway. I don't really want these. Bottom. Bottom. I'm going to bobble them right now as well, in case I draw a Force of Negation that I want to cast. It's a Simic Growth Chamber on top of their library. Flipping the Delver on the first flip was massive. And now I'll just wait to Thought Scour till their end step. Or if they play something I might want a Force of Negation, I can Thought Scour in response. Sakura Tribe Scout. Well, I'm just going to Unholy Heat that. Then Growth Chamber, I assume. No, Selesnya Sanctuary. It's interesting that they don't Growth Chamber, considering I know about that. Just let them bounce the castle, and then I'm just going to kill this now. Then I'll probably just Iteration on my turn. Oh, Force of Negation's actually a good one. Blue-red. Okay, Murktide to hand. Exile the Channeler, play it. Perfect. Murktide to hand. Exile Channeler. Play Channeler. I'm getting the hang of this deck now, I think. And then again, still have Force of Negation up. And then I'm just going to cast Murktide Regent next turn and then just try to race. This is looking great. No turn one Urza Saga. No Amulet yet. If they cast Amulet, I'm going to Force of Negation it. Sakura Tribe Scout resolves. Can't stop that right now. Another Tribe Scout. That's pretty scary. But they have no Amulet yet, and I can force an Amulet. Okay. Delver. So now I probably want to hold this Delver in hand for this force. Let's go Thought Scour myself, try to turn on DRC. Right now we have Sorcery, Instant, Artifact. Yeah, I'm down to just graveyard this, guarantee turn this on, mill some extra cards. Bolt is good. Just attack for 6, and then play a massive Murktide and still have Force of Negation up. Just let them have both Tribe Scouts. Seems good to me. So I want to make this at least a 6/6. So I can get one of the sorceries. And then right now there's 5 cards in graveyard. It's land, creature, sorcery, instant, artifact. So it's still 5 types. So I might as well just exile an instant because I can just bolt next turn to go back to 5 types. Oh, I have to exile one more? Okay. Then I don't want to exile. Oh no, I guess I still do want to exile instant. Um, I guess creature. It's still lethal on its own, and I might be able to turn this back on with a surveil, or just casting this Force of Negation on an amulet if they go for amulet right now. If they don't amulet, I don't see how they're gonna survive. They put an Urza Saga in. Oh, they put it in on upkeep so they can make a construct. But that doesn't matter. That was a tricky play, but sure, go ahead and make a construct. I have 10 power in the air. It just doesn't do anything. Summoner's Pact. All right, let's force this. Sure. Okay, nice. Turn 1 Delver flip was just so good. And now I get to try out my new sideboard, which is nice. I think I like Shattering Spree against Amulet and Aether Gusts. I mean, is Counterspell good as well, or is it just too clunky? I think it might just be too clunky. I think Force of Negation can come out, even though I can force an Amulet. Um, I'd rather just rely on Shattering Spree, Blood Moon, Aether Gust, because a lot of their spells are creatures. Actually, maybe this is wrong, because I can also force a Summoner's Pact. Unholy Heat can answer Titan, so I like that. I think Bolts can come out. That's just so risky because of Sakura Tribe Scout. So I can keep in 6 removal spells, 2 lightning bolts just to have some extra answers for Tribe Scout, and then I can side out Force of Negation. Quick Murktides are good ways to win this matchup as well. Definitely don't want to side out Subtlety. I think I do want Shattering Spree for Amulet. It's so critical to kill Amulet, but it's also I can also counter it. Can I find a way to leave in like 2 force? I mean, the problem is if I don't force Amulet, there's a lot of draws where they're going to go Amulet and then play a quick Titan. And then if I drew force after my opening hand, it's just not going to be good. I just like to try different things, especially with this new sideboard plan. But I got to remember about Blood Moon and to at least fetch some islands. At least one. Hopefully two. Hopefully both of them. Okay, well, this looks good. I'm going to keep this. All right, let's keep. Probably going to lead on just Island Delver, and then I can fetch a second island. They just lead on Slayer Stronghold, but no Amulet. So they're just going to turn 2 bounce land? Sure. I wonder if I was supposed to fetch there. Hopefully just Blood Moon is enough. I think my fiance might be home, so dog's about to probably go off. I'm probably going to have to pause again in a second. Flip one time. Serum Vision's nice. That is so good. So let's fetch mountain. I guess I can just fetch a dual land. I don't know if going lower matters, and I just played Flooded Strand, so now I have to get Steam Vents. And then, oh, I guess I play Channeler first to Surveil. Oh, actually, she might not be home yet. I might have thought that wrong. Okay, let's. I think I just get rid of this Delver. Let's just graveyard it. And then I don't think I need a second Murktide, but I will take a Thought Scour, bottom, top, and then attack for 3. And then I just get to jam Blood Moon next turn. I do need to go Tarn, fetch, get Island, play Blood Moon, so I have double blue source, but it's unlikely they're going to be able to Titan this turn. I don't really see how they would. I guess like it would have to be a Zusa. Don't do it. They're probably just going to play a bunch of lands here, and then I'm going to Blood Moon, and then that should be enough. Especially with these 2 creatures out. Gruul Turf, Bound Stronghold. Yeah, without Amulet, the deck just doesn't go off as hard. Urza Saga and Blood Moon just straight up kills that. So, yep, they're in trouble. There's your Thought Scour. Let's get a second Island and Blood Moon. I think that will probably just be game. Let's graveyard this to turn this on. Nice. And Blood Moon doing a lot of work. Cleansing Wildfire would have been good there as well, but Blood Moon just is like a permanent answer, basically. It's likely that they just can't cast spells anymore. I think they're just going to be dead in a 2-turn clock here. Just been flipping these Delvers. And Delver compared to Monkey in this situation, I'm not sure if it matters because, yes, they can trade for Monkey, but I mean, it's Blood Moon that's winning me this game right now. Doesn't really matter, most likely, if I kill them in a couple hits or, 2 hits or 4 hits. So, plus, I'm just going to Regent next turn, most likely. Thought Scour. Oh, I can't Thought Scour into Regent, but I can just cast it. Just play like a 4/4 flying. Engineered Explosives for 1. Okay, I mean, that kills my 2 threats, but again, if they can't cast more spells, then it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to play second Blood Moon, but okay, sure. So I could Thought Scour myself and play second Blood Moon, but I feel like that's a way to get blown out by like a Force of Vigor. So, I mean, this Murktide is literally only a 4/4 right now. Is it better to Thought Scour myself? So if I Thought Scour and don't hit any instant and sorceries, then next turn I can play a Murktide and it would be a 5/5, which would still be a 3-turn clock. But if I just Murktide 4/4, it's still a 3-turn clock right now. So I'm just going to do that. And I guess if I draw future Murktides, I might be able to put spells in the yard somehow and then make it bigger. So Serum Visions, creature. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Could have done 1 land, but okay. This looks fine. I guess they could draw Forest plus Dryad. So Expedition map for Forest. Yeah, this is the way they get out of it. But now if they cast Dryad, okay, so now I can play another Blood Moon. So this is stupid, but this is how the rules work. So I played a Blood Moon, all their things were mountains. Then they played a Dryad after my Blood Moon. So now Dryad takes priority over Blood Moon because it was played second. So all these lands are every land type. But now I'm going to play another Blood Moon. and now their lands are going to go back to mountains. Pretty dumb, but that's how it works. Let's thought scour ourselves. Could have done this first, but they have one card in hand. I guess they could play another Dryad, and I don't even know what happens if I Aether Gust it. Another Dryad? They can't Summoner's Pact, so they can probably just attack for 3. I think they were tapping lands like they thought they had mana of any color, so they probably just have Titan. All right, let's bobble them, and then just iteration. It's a relic, sure. I mean, these are good, right? Suppose I just go Murktide to hand, exile the Flooded Strand, and play it. I want to leave up Aether Gust, so I wasn't going to cast Thought Scour anyway. And then draw another land. Relic. Yup. Oh, this is going to make my Murktide bigger if they pop it. Watch. Nice. No, it doesn't matter, but it's just kind of fun. I'll just gust this so they don't have mana, and then they just die to this. Nice. Quick 2-0 against Amulet. I'll see you in round 2. All right, welcome to round 2. We're on the play. Would you like to play first? Yes. Check out this opening hand. Looks good. We have a turn 1 Delver. We're against Gigantha? What does that mean? Does that mean it's Tron, or does it mean it's... Sorry for this crinkling here. Does that mean it's either some like 5-color brew, like a Tribal Flames type thing, or does it mean it's Scales? I guess we'll find out. I feel like I know this name as well. BG Cusick. Feels like Scales. Maybe some type of Affinity deck that's just free rolling the Gigantha. Okay. Delver. It's not a bad one though, because it should just be a decent threat against a Darksteel Citadel deck. So yeah, maybe a Ragavan would be better here, but if these Delvers flip, it might just be, a lot better than Ragavan, especially if they just have a random ground creature. If they play a random dork, like a random thing, yeah, it's just Affinity. Affinity with Gigantha. Ooh, Welding Jar. Play around this. Okay. Wow. Are they going to play some Affinity for Artifact Creature that I cannot Unholy Heat? Is this a Frogmite? Cranial Plating. And then now Frogmite? No, nothing? Okay. Well, I might want to... If I don't flip the first Delver, I'll probably fetch in response, so I don't want to crack Tarn yet. Spell 1 time. Unholy Heat. Do you want to reveal it? Yes. Do you want to reveal it? Yes. And then I think I don't want to draw it, because I already have one. And I'd rather just draw like more threats. And I'm not that close to Delirium either, so I think I'm going to get rid of the Unholy Heat here. It's kind of weird, but it seems good. All right, let's just Steam Vents. Shock. Draw a random card now. It's a Thought Scour. That's a good one. Let's just go Iteration to try to hit a land. We don't. But now I think I can put Force of Negation into my hand, exile Bobble, which is pretty solid. Then I just have 2 Delvers, a Force of Negation, and eventually I can Regent here. So let's go Force of Negation hand, library the Iteration, exile the Bobble, cast it, just bobble them right now. It's a Mirror Enforcer. That's actually kind of a problem, but I might be able to just race that, and I might be able to just turn on Unholy Heat here. Thing is, they just have double welding jar. Okay. Yeah, land would have been good for me. Or force of negation last turn to counter this. There's a Delver. Okay. What am I pitching to this force if I have to cast it? Not Thought Scour, not Murktide, so either Delver or Expressive Iteration. It's actually close between the two. I just don't know if I'm going to need another iteration here or really have time. I might prefer playing a Delver, because then I can go Thought Scour myself. If I don't hit a land to cast Murktide, I can just play a Delver as another potentially lethal threat. So this is a Nettle Cyst. Let's definitely force. And again, I think I'm going to pitch Iteration here. It's kind of weird, but definitely want to force just a massive creature that they're playing. Then they have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. They probably can't cast anything. We know they have a Mirror Enforcer in hand. And I draw a Mountain, which is kind of an awkward draw in a way. I have 4 cards in Yard, and 2 of them are instants and sorceries. I think I'm just going to attack and then just play a 5/5 Murktide without Thought Scouring. I'm just going to go Mountain, tap out for Murktide. Seems good. I mean, it's still just a 3-mana 5/5 flying. And then that makes me like present lethal here, guaranteed. And all in the air. I guess they could chump here, but they just concede. Yeah, just flipped the Delvers and that was enough. Nice. Okay, well, these are definitely coming in. I don't think Fury is actually that great. I guess it's not bad. I think Blood Moon's. I think Blood Moon probably should come in. Because even if. Maybe not. It can answer Urza's Saga. It just turns all their Urza Sagas off. But every single one of their spells is probably colorless, so it doesn't stop them from casting any spells. That's probably not good enough. I can just side out 2 Force of Negation, keep the 2 Subtlety, 2 Force of Negation, and bring in 2 Shattering Spree and call it a day. I could also bring in Mystical Dispute, because they could have Thought Monitor and stuff, but they could just be the entirely artifact version and just had an awkward draw there. All right, I'm just going to minimally sideboard here. Let's go game 2. I mean, Shattering Spree is obviously absolutely insane in this matchup, and we have it in hand, but we do not have a land. I can't keep a 0 land. There's just no chance. Well, this is bound to happen here. All right, let's keep this. I have to put 2 cards on bottom. Baubles are good because they're redraws plus their spells to go to the graveyard for this Murktide. I could just put back both Baubles though. Maybe I put back Bolt Bauble, keep both lands. I think that's safest. Let's just do this. And then I can use this Bauble on this Delver to scry, essentially. So again, if you haven't seen the previous videos, this is a really nice trick of the deck. You don't crack Bauble on your turn, you just crack it anytime on their turn. And then if it's a spell on top, you stack the trigger accordingly with the Delver flip trigger and the Bauble draw trigger on your next upkeep. So that if it's a spell on top, the Bauble trigger happens after the Delver. But if it's not a spell to flip Delver, you draw the card you revealed with Bauble first. In order to get another chance at flipping Delver. So essentially next turn I have two chances to flip this Delver. So it is really strong. Okay, so end of turn I'm just bobbling myself. I think it's a Mishra's Bauble on top. Okay, so I don't want to reveal that to Delver. So let's draw it with the Bauble trigger. Draw the Bauble, and then I have another chance to flip Delver now. It's a Delver. No. But now I can do it again and just go play another Delver, play a Bauble, attack for 1, and then I can do the trick again to try to flip both these Delvers. The thing is they have 3 artifacts out right now. So if they play like a 4/4 that I cannot bolt, I could be in trouble against that plus Shadow Spear. But I mean, I was on a mulligan to 5 here. And I feel like if I flip these Delvers next turn, which I have 2 chances to do, I have a reasonable out to win this game. But I guess they could just tap out for like a Mirror Enforcer here, which would be trouble for me. Thoughtcast. Okay, well, Mystical Dispute's probably coming in because they probably also have Thought Monitor, the new Mole Drifter with Affinity. Okay, Welding Jar, Welding Jar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they can't quite cast one of the 4/4s yet. They can next turn, but at least they won't be lifelinking next turn. Okay, and then let's bobble ourselves again. Bobble us. I'm pretty sure they have a Mirror Enforcer in hand because it just said they were about to cast something. Is it another Mishra's Bobble? Oh no, it's a Tarn. Okay. Well, I have one more chance to flip this Delver because I'm going to draw the Tarn with the Bobble triggers. So let's put Delver, Delver, draw the Tarn, and then come on, flip one time. It's another fetch land. Damn. Okay, that sucks. Could have bolted them and then been able to cast a Murktide this turn, but I wanted Bolt to deal with a potential creature. Not sure if it's going to matter now, though. Mold to 5, and then don't flip my Delvers. It's pretty rough. Glimmer Void, sure. They have 4 cards in hand, and I think they do have, yeah, they have a Sojourner's Companion. Okay. I cannot bolt that, so they're probably just going to equip the Shadow Spear. Second companion, do they have third? Is this Pauper? This is a Pauper card too. Okay. No reason to bolt them, I don't think, either. Just reveal to Delver. It's a Thought Scour. Okay, yes. I definitely want to draw Thought Scour to play a huge Murktide here. Yes, yes. Draw the Thought Scour. And let's just Thought Scour ourselves right now. I think Blood Moon does come in now that I know they're the blue Affinity version rather than the colorless. Okay, so that's 2 spells. So this Murktide is a 5/5. I could bolt them to make it a 6/6. They only have 2 cards left, and that might be worth it. Because then I can deal... Yeah, I think it's worth. So let's just go Tarn, fetch another island, lightning bolt them. I guess I'm going to attack first here. Doesn't really matter. They could still just equip, attack, and then regenerate when I block with Murktide to gain life. And that they might have to do that, but I'm in a not a good position, but I'm in a potentially winning position here. So I'm hitting them down to 11, and then I go bolt you down to 8, and then play a 6/6 Murktide. And still have 3 card types in the yard. Okay. So again, they can go equip Shadow Spear, attack with it in order to gain 5 life. But then they go to 13 and I actually don't have lethal. They also have a chumper. This is, I mean, they need something else. Because I can just stay back with my 6/6, and they can't get through that right now. If I draw a lightning bolt, I also kill them. Yes. Oh, they're attacking with both. Okay, well, I just block this one, then they regenerate it. Is there any reason to block this one? Yeah, because then I take one less damage. Dismember. Okay. Well, that one has trample, so that was a reason to block the other one as well. Shattering Spree. Bolt. Damn. If they didn't have the Dismember, that might have been game. But now I probably lose to a 5/5 trample lifelink. Guess I could draw a Shattering Spree like next turn. I think I'm supposed to just attack. They can hit for 10 here. If they try to, I'll have to bolt the Yawgmoth. They'll regenerate it. And then they go up to 10. And then I don't think I have an out. Thopter. Just died to Shadow Spear here. Almost got them on this multi-5 though on the draw. Delver's pretty good. I think the flying on Delver is very relevant, and being a blue card for Force is also relevant in this deck. Because it, like with the Ragavan, it just gets brickwalled by these, and, random other ground creatures. Well, Delver's a lot harder to answer. Okay, well, this is going to be a massive Nettle Cyst. 10/10. Can they equip? It's only equipped 2? Damn. Alright, that's game. Nettle Cyst plus the other classic one is a lot to deal with. Geez. Maybe I don't want Mystical Dispute. It's just maybe not enough targets actually for it. Just keep 2 Subtlety, 2 Force of Negation. Maybe this is just not good. And play Blood Moon. I think I should play Blood Moon because I can potentially lock them out of their blue spells and kill Urza Saga with it. I think I like this, and then just have just 2 Force of Negation to answer, just random things that matter. I don't think this is necessarily that good. All right, let's go. We're on the play here. Yeah. Sand is great. DRC, Shattering Spree, 1 land. I can use the DRC to scry in order to hit more land drops. They snap cap 7 too, but Shattering Spree should go a long way. I will have to hit lands at some point, but I get to draw a card for turn, and then I get to Surveil on the Serum Visions, draw another card, and then scry 2. So even if I don't hit a land this turn, I'm heavily, heavily favored to hit one next turn. Okay, they bridge. Okay, let's go Serum Visions. Surveil, it's a lightning bolt. Let's yard it because I want to hit lands. Draw Force of Negation, and I need to yard these because I just need lands. Or bottom them, not yard. Bottom, yard, whatever. Okay. So I'm just going to Serum Visions again next turn. Again, I have another draw per turn. Oh, God, my nose is itchy. It's this mustache. I have another draw per turn, and then I have a Surveil on the DRC, and then a draw for Serum Visions. So I have a lot of outs still to draw to find another land. So even though we missed there, we're not actually in that bad of a spot, especially with this. We just need to hit lands at some point here. Drum. I kind of want to just Force of Negation this, but I think I'm going to wait for like a Nettle Cyst or... God, I can't remember the name of the other card. Right, that's fine. Thoughtcast. I kind of want to force this now. I think I'm going to just force pitch Thought Scour. I can just Shattering Spree the Springleaf Drum at some point. Okay, land, perfect. Let's top that. Don't want to let that deck draw cards, that's for sure. Draw the land. Let's fetch Shock because I want a bunch of red sources. And then what to start with? I can Serum Visions to start. I think I want to Unholy Heat to start. So I have instant sorcery land in the graveyard. I don't want this land, I don't think. Let's just graveyard it. And then go Serum Visions. I'm going to graveyard that for sure to turn this on. And I draw a Delver. So I can't deploy Delver until next turn. Do I want this Firebluff Canal? I mean, it's another red source to allow me to like play a triple Shattering Spree. And then I can flip Delver on the Serum Visions. I think it's worth. I have to be careful about my surveils, I guess, but yeah, this seems good. I think I'm in a good spot to win this game with the Shattering Spree. I guess we'll just see what they do, but I'm going to be able to Delver flip here. I can let them commit to the board and then hopefully Shattering Spree their board away. Or they just don't even have anything. Let's go play land, attack, and I know there's a Serum Visions on top. So any Surveil would go top anyway, but play this Delver that we know is going to flip. 1 mana, 2/3 flying. They're at 13. I have a removal spell and a spree. Just seems great. Second Yawgmoth. If they try to double block Delver, they're just going to get blown out. Memnite, sure. Mirror Enforcer. Essentially I was correct. And another Mirror Enforcer? No. So, I mean, I can just Unholy Heat this right now. I think there is a good chance I want to untap, reveal the Serum Visions, and just Shattering Spree replicated 3 times, blow up Memnite, Companion, and Drum. And then just keep the Unholy Heat in my hand for the next play. Just seems like a good use of my time. I'm just going to do it. So I'm just going to Shattering Spree right now. I could even wait, but I think this is good. Replicated twice, pay triple red. I will. And I get to Surveil. This is why this card is seeing so much play right now. Also because of Urza Saga. Regent. Top for sure. I'd like to draw a Regent next turn. And then replicate, target Memnite, and then replicate, target Springleaf Drum. Just nice little 3-for-1 here. And then attack for 6. Sweet. They have 2 artifacts in play. They have 2 Yawgmoths. They're at 7. I'm drawing a Murktide Regent, which is, I think, going to be an 8/8. Yeah. And I can even play it, and I even have an Unholy Heat left. This deck just really plays like a legacy deck. You have these cheap threats that are so powerful. You have free interaction. Yeah, Cranial Plating. God, I can't believe I forgot the name of that card. Okay. Plating resolves. They aren't able yet to animate Yawgmoth and then use the black attach Cranial Plating ability. So they're just gonna smack for 5, put me to 9. But then I have Unholy Heat for next time they try to do this. And I'm putting them to 1. Okay, this is fine. So I guess I'm leading on Serum Visions. If I find a Lightning Bolt, I win. A Thought Scour. I think I can just graveyard that. I draw another Regent. I mean, these are both good enough, right? I guess I'll just go top, top. Could not attack with Delver here. I also shouldn't have played Serum Visions. I should have just played Regent with Unholy Heat up. I'm at 9. I could die to like a second Cranial Plating plus removal spell somehow, but they likely don't have that. I'm just going to leave the Delver back, I think. No. I think it's safe enough. Is there any way I die? I don't think so. Not with a Regent in play. Is it sorcery, right? Yep. They're at 1. I have 2 lethal threats. I have a blocker, which is an 8/8. Feel pretty safe here. See if I get punished for attacking with Delver. I think it's good though. Thought Monitor. It's kind of a desperation Thought Monitor. So they have 2 blockers, but I have 3 lethal threats, and I have an Unholy Heat. Okay, Shadow Spear doesn't do it. 1, 2, yeah, and then concede. Nice. Quick 2-0. Let's go round 3. All right, 2-0. Would you like to play first? Yes. Throw out a GLHF, 0 lands. Let's toss it. Yep, this looks good. I think I want to put back a Steam Vents here. Keep the Flooded Strand for Delirium. Could lead on Flooded Strand, fetch Shock, and then Spire Bluff next turn. Sure. There's a chance if I draw another fetch land, maybe I need to do it to Murktide sooner, but it's unlikely. But trick to pay 2 life, yes. It's very likely that I'm going to fetch Shock anyway. I guess maybe that's wrong. If I was against Burn or something, probably would have wanted a Spire Bluff. There's a Delver. So I want a Thought Scour because one, I want to turn this on, and I want to Murktide next turn. So it's just Thought Scour ourselves. Most likely bin this no matter what. Yeah, let's graveyard it. Just more spells for Murktide. Delver, and then attack for 1. Could be up against Boomer Jund. No companion Jund. Could be Yawgmoth. Looks like Yawgmoth. Yeah, it's Yawgmoth. Okay. This could be pretty close. All right, flip one time here. So Mishra's Bauble. No, but I can Surveil with this. Turn this on potentially. Bauble. Let's graveyard that. This is still not on. I have instant land artifact. That's kind of crappy. Let's bobble then. It's a Wall of Roots. I think I just attack with both and then just play a 6/6 Murktide. Sure. Could just get comboed here, but sure. Let's just go Murktide. Exile all the instants, one artifact, and one land. I can still potentially turn on this DRC next turn. A force or a subtlety would be good. No. And maybe I can somehow go like play second Murktide depending on what happens. Another Wall of Roots that we knew about. Yawgmoth, no attacks. They only have 2 cards left. They can crack Peatland. Okay. Flip one time. Dragon Rage Channeler. No, I don't want to reveal that. Let's see. So I think the line is play Dragon Rage Channeler and then play Serum Visions, get double Surveil going. Play DRC, play Serum Visions, get to make a Preordain that also has a Scry 2 attached. Surveil 2, draw a card into Surveil 2, draw a card, Scry 2 for 1 mana. Let's graveyard this. So this should turn on now. I feel like I want to top the Unholy Heat because it flips the Delvers and it can just kill something. So let's go bottom, top, Spire Bluff, just attack in the air for 9, have 2 blockers. If I don't get comboed, I'm looking good. Can they combo from here? They need to play Yawgmoth, and then I guess then do they have the combo with double Undying creature plus Yawgmoth? Is that the combo? I don't know that deck that well, to be honest. Okay, nice. Just tempoed him out. Okay. Aether Gust seems great. Fury seems fantastic. Blood Moon actually seems pretty good because their mana is really bad, but I don't think I want it. I'm just going to side out Force, bring in Gust and Fury, and not bring in Blood Moon. That seems like I'm going a little deep. I mean, I can lock them out of casting spells. Oh, also, Tormod's Crypt is good, right? It stops the combo. But it can only really stop one Undying creature. I don't love it. I mean, maybe breaking up the combo is worth it, but I don't want to fight on that access. I still want to just like tempo them out. Subtlety Fury here, pretty sick. Yeah, sure. Removal spell, Aether Gust, Subtlety, 2 lands. I can mill myself, maybe draw Murktide. Wow, motorcycle driving around my house. I'm just gonna bolt the bird here. It's just fetch shock. Ignoble Hierarch does make that deck better. Likely I'm not going to want to subtlety a creature here. Strangleroot is annoying. I don't really want to just like evoke subtlety right now though. I'll just take 2. Unholy Heat. Alright, just pass. If anything, I can just end of turn Aether Gust the Strangleroot. Ah, that's annoying. That is annoying. I can't really profitably Unholy Heat a Geist, so this is definitely going to be a problem. I think I need to just gust it. Then just take 2, go to 12. Iteration. All right, let's just iteration, try to hit a land. We do. And there's a Murktide, which I'm definitely going to need. So I think I need Murktide and Flooded Strand here. And then I can just cast a Serum Visions as well. Or I guess a Thought Scour. Yeah. So let's go Murktide to hand. Exile the Flooded Strand. Play it. And I think I want to take less damage, so I'm probably going to just fetch another basic and then Thought Scour myself. I'm also going to probably Subtlety the Strangleroot when they cast it again, because I just want to keep them like off me, basically. I just want to slow them down and then stop them with Murktide. So I think I pitch a Thought Scour because I only really need one Thought Scour. So just keep putting that back on top, kind of trying to tempo them out. And then I'm going to play an 8/8 flying, or at least a 7/7. Let's go Island, Thought Scour us. Delver. Okay, so this is probably just going to be a 7/7 here. Could get greedy and go for iteration, but I really don't think I have to do that. Just going to play Murktide. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 7/7. And then I guess exile a land. It's the last card. I have 2 card types in the yard, so Unholy Heat is not turned on. Oh, I could have cast a Serum Vision to make this an 8/8. I was thinking about leaving Unholy Heat up originally. Let's just bobble ourselves, see what's on top. It's a Flooded Strand. All right, let's just draw that. Let's go bottom. I want to top this. I think I should. Top, play Flooded Strand, pass, and then I can draw the second copy of Expressive Iteration here off the bobble. And if they go Strangleroot Geist, attack with both, I can block one, Unholy Heat the other one. Yawgmoth. Okay. So now I'm going to fetch a tapped Steam Vents, go to 8. And then I can go Iteration here. There's nothing I wanted to Unholy Heat yet. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. There's nothing that good to kill, though. I can just bolt them. I know they have another Strangleroot Geist in hand as well. So let's go Unholy Heat to hand. Exile Bolt. I think I want to Lightning Bolt them. I guess I'll start with Serum Visions. Could also start with second iteration, but I probably want to play that next turn. Just Serum Visions. I draw a tap land. And I don't think I need these. It's just bottom, tap land. Let's just Lightning Bolt them and not attack. Pass. Maybe I could get comboed, but they just played their third land and it was a tap land. Okay, there's the fourth land. And is this the combo? So they draw infinite and kill my Murktide. Yeah, so this is game now because I didn't leave up Unholy Heat. I mean, I thought they had to have Yawgmoth plus fourth land, and we know they didn't have fourth land last turn. Discard a card, proliferate. Cord for 1 for the combo. Now they gain infinite. I mean, I can let this go on. They're gonna kill my Murktide. I need to let this go on because I could still win this game by playing a bunch of removal spells. I guess they can't also kill my Murktide. They can just gain infinite life here, but it's gonna take a lot of time. No, they're just not doing anything. Pay 1 life, sack a creature, put a -1/-1 counter. Okay. So should I just Unholy Heat this right now? And then if they go to sack one thing, I can like Unholy Heat the Yawgmoth. Yeah. Let's Unholy Heat this. And then I go Unholy Heat, the Yawgmoth right now. And then I'm just good. Oh, oh, so now the Yawgmoth undies. Oh, they can keep going off. Oh, could I have killed the Yawg? Okay, well I don't even know that deck that well. I'm not playing perfectly, but it's okay. Let's now go iteration. I guess I could have iteration first as well. Sequencing not great this turn. All right, let's go Thought Scour to hand. Exile the Serum Visions, cast it. They have 8 cards in hand, so I'm probably just dead, right? Iteration. There's a Gust. I guess I'm attacking, right? Because if they don't have another Yawg or another way to get one, I mean, I assume they do. Let's just go bottom top. I guess they can gain life here as well. I think I should attack. Yeah, I could have left up Unholy Heat the turn that I tapped out. Might have been better. So they attack for 6, hit me down to 2. Then they try to gain some life by playing creatures. Then I can find Bolt. Or do they have the combo again? Sack another creature, put a -1/-1 counter up to 1 target creature, and draw a card. Eldritch Evolution for a 3-drop. Okay. I don't have Force. Oh, Messenger. Damn. Wonder if I could have won this game. Probably not. I mean, maybe I am supposed to have Crypts against them. Just seems pretty bad. Like, I have to go Bolt like an Undying creature and then Tormod's Crypt it. I just don't like that. Not going to do that. Blood Moon does seem like it has potential against them. It's just so hard for them to cast spells through a Blood Moon. Should I just do it? I think I can just do it. Just cut like some random stuff. I don't know if I want to cut 2 sorceries. I'm gonna say I can cut 1 Delver. It seems kind of weird though. Subtlety does seem good at just like buying myself 1 more turn. Seems like exactly where I want to be. Cutting a Thought Scour is no good. Couldn't cut 1 Bauble. I've never really done that. I'll just try it. Everything else I think I want. Alright. Jeez. Can cast a free spell or 2, but... Oh god. This is terrible. Suppose I'm keeping and try to win off Blood Moon, but it's not looking great. So I can Bauble Trick myself, try to find a removal spell. Bauble plus Fetch Land is nice here. Serum Visions. Okay, I do want Serum Visions, but I can still crack a Fetch Land. So let's just go Delta. I also don't want to crack Delta and get a basic and like give anything away. So I think I'll just probably go to my turn. Ignoble Hierarch. Yeah, resolves. It's annoying, but it resolves. Let's just go to my turn. There's Dragon Rage Channeler. Okay. Now I can shock in the Steam Bends, fetch Island, and then Serum Visions. I know they get this for 1 turn, but think that's the least telling play for Blood Moon. I know they have this, which is annoying, but I can try to find a removal spell for it. So let's just do it. Shock. Yes. Fetch Island. Play DRC. Play Searing Visions. Surveil. Let's get that land out of there. Graveyard. Draw a DRC. And there's Aethergust Island. I don't think I want either of these. So let's go bottom. Bottom. Pass. And then I'm almost certainly just playing a Blood Moon next turn. It also sucks they got a basic. But they often need double black. Oh god. Fury off the top. This is not good. They're hitting for 4 here. Murktide. Okay, that's something. They have double black even. God. That is brutal. I need to just Blood Moon. Might just be too slow here. I'm at 12. I think I need to graveyard this too. It's just not fast enough. I just need to find... Well, this could find me a Fury, though. Because I need to Blood Moon and then Fury away their board and win that way. They're going to get one more turn of casting spells. Guess I'm supposed to top it. I can Subtlety if I want. Eldritch Evolution. Okay. I can get Yawg here. Yawgmoth, and then they can go off, so I need to Subtlety this. It's just too late now. They were just too fast. This does turn this on as well, so they can kill this right now. Should have probably stacked the triggers the other way, just so if they don't know this is going to turn on. Okay. But now I go down, I get hit down to 8, and they already have a Yawg in play. It's just not going to be fast enough here. I have 1 card in hand. I have to attack. Drawing the iteration. I think I'm supposed to cast it. Bolt. I think I need to top that too. I mean, they can sack an Ignoble Hierarch to put a -1/-1 counter on their Geist to save it. It's just top. Not sure if this is going to be enough. Okay, so I need to take Lightning Bolt into my hand, exile the Flooded Strand, play it. I'm at 7. I have to attack. So now I could let them attack just with Strangleroot, guys. They might attack with both Yawg and Geist. And then I could Bolt Geist. Then they pay 1 life, sack an Ignoble Hierarch, put a counter here. Oh, they have a Yawgmoth on top as well, so this just isn't going to work. I'm just going to be dead to that. Right? I guess I'm just going to leave up Bolt here, but I'm probably dead. They can play around by sacking Ignoble Hierarchs. They got the basic, so... Yep. Could have bolted in response to that as well, but... So they're going to attack just with this. So now if I bolt right now, they could just get to combo. Then they just get to draw cards by paying life. I think I need to. I don't know. This doesn't feel good. Court of Calling. Jeez. Get Geralf's Messenger kill me? Oh, X equals 2? Does this kill me also? Yeah, same thing. Okay, GG's. I don't know if I played that correctly. Somebody tell me what I should do against this deck. I'm just not that familiar with the combo. I know I'm seeing it here in front of me where they're sacking one, putting counters on the other one, but I'm not sure the best way to play around it. This is honestly, I think the first time I've ever faced this deck, maybe once before. And their draw was just pretty decent there. I wasn't able to answer the ignobles, and then that just got them too far ahead. All right, lost down to 2-1. This deck is still nuts. Still almost got there. I'll see you in round 4. Welcome back to round 4. I just took a break. I took the dog to the park, did some errands. I'm back, feeling good. A little break is always nice, and we're ready for round 4. We're gonna try to win these last two and go 4-1 in this league. So let's go. Just got defeated by Yawgmoth. That was kind of brutal. Would you like to play first? Yes. I mean, I actually like this hand. Kind of sucks that we only have one land and we don't really have a good way to find a second land, but we can function on one land. We have a subtlety as a free spell, which is nice. And we have 2 removal spells, so we have a lot of spells we can cast. I think these type of hands are good to keep with this deck. Because you want a lot of gas, and you actually don't want that many lands, because you can cast a free spell, and then I still have 3 more spells to cast. So I like this. Ooh, turn 1 Saga. This could be Amulet. Amulet's usually the deck that wants to turn 1 Saga compared to the other decks. Steam Vents. Do you want to reveal this card? No, but it is a great draw because I can go. I don't even know if I want to pay 2 life because if it's Amulet, it's worth it. It's worth it because if they play like some type of like Sakura Tribe Elder or even a Boreal Grazer, I'm gonna want to kill it. So I'd rather just shock. And I can always subtlety the Titan. I mean, I guess this still could be Affinity or something. No, it's Titan. Okay, this makes sense. I could Lightning Bolt them right now, especially because I have this iteration that I'm going to cast next turn. I'm actually going to do it. This is a really weird play, but I don't think I need this bolt for anything else. I'd rather just bolt them, start getting the clock going. It's a really weird play, but I'm like 100% sure essentially that this is Amulet. Yes, they could have Zuza or something, but bolting a Zuza is not even necessarily that great. Nice. There we go. Let's just iteration. Okay. I think I'm going to go Murktide to hand. Exile Bauble, play it. I'm only going to have 3 spells and then 4 in the yard. But I can potentially cast the Murktide next turn. Yeah, Murktide to hand, Exile Bauble. Let's cast Bauble, Bauble them. It's a breeding pool, sure. I mean, just flipping both Delvers there on turn 3 was really nice. And I'm probably just gonna, if they are able to get a Titan down, I'm just gonna cast a Titan, I should say. I'm just gonna subtlety that. So I have a 2-turn clock from here. I think if they play a Dryad, I was gonna say maybe I should just subtlety that. They might just go Saga into a second bounce land. This card just really helps for this matchup in particular because it's just like, oh, you want to cast a Titan? Yeah, they just explore conceded to the Delvers. Delver, I mean, it hits much, much harder than Ragavan when it flips. Like, it changes the clock by a lot, and you can play multiples. That was pretty impressive, and I just had this up the whole time. Love these free spells. Okay. I think I like Blood Moons and Shattering Sprees. Honestly, it's been a couple hours and I don't even remember exactly how I sideboarded last time. I mean, these six are definitely good. I think last time I did like this. Again, I can force an Amulet, which isn't bad, but I want to have enough removal to be able to kill Sakura Tribe Elder and a Boreal Grazer. They don't usually have Sakura Tribe Elder though, and I didn't see it this time. I could just do this. And then if I see Sakura Tribes bring in two bolts, because a Boreal Grazer I can just kind of ignore. Because I have to chump one of these with Grazer. Obviously not siding out Subtlety. I can try this game plan here. Let's go. Blood Moon is obviously just incredible here, and Shattering Spree can just basically take out an Amulet, and who knows? I mean, there's a chance they go like Amulet, play a second Amulet, and I Shattering Spree both of them. Oh yeah, this hand's great. Like if they lead turn one Amulet, I just kill it right away. If they don't, I just play a Delver. This hand is really, really good. Have a Bobble, puts a card in the graveyard, gets closer to Regent. Love it. I'm feeling great here. I have some basics. Let's keep. I'm not gonna have six because I want to I could have force. Okay, I'm just gonna play Delver plus Bobble, and then use the Bobble trick that I did earlier on their turn. I know I could draw a force if I Bobble now, but I'd rather have two chances to flip this Delver rather than maybe draw a force or a subtlety right now. I don't even necessarily need it quite yet. Yeah, they could go Amulet into Bounce Land. Okay, they do have Grazer, so I'm glad I sided out Bolts. There's Bounce Land and then replay Castle probably. Yeah. Okay, let's bobble ourselves. It's a Steam Vents, so I'm going to want to draw that. So let's draw the Steam Vents first, and then get another chance to flip this Delver. It's a Delta. No. I'm going to want to fetch Shock Serum Visions here, I think. Yeah. I don't want to mess up my scry, so I can set up a Delver flip. Force of Negation that I drew, and there's another Force of Negation and an Unholy Heat on top. I'm going to go to 3 card types. Again, and then I'm going to flip this Delver. I mean, Unholy Heat can take out a Titan. They're on 3 mana right now already. I can force pitch a Murktide to get up to 4 card types, but I mean, I'm gonna cast Murktide next turn if I can. I'm gonna have 3 cards in yard, potentially 4. So I'm probably casting this no matter what. So I'm pretty far off this Unholy Heat then. And I need this on top to flip Delver. And hopefully they just try to like Summoner's Pact and or play Amulet. So, okay, let's attack. They're just going to block 100%. I guess I could have just flipped with the Unholy Heat, but I actually like this line. I want to force a Summoner's Pact, but if they Amulet, Abundant Harvest. I wonder if I force this. I'm drawing another force, but I'm going to be playing Murktide. I just need to let this resolve. They choose non-land. Primeval Titan. It was the top card. Okay, well, they're going to draw that anyway. They must have lands, and they have a castle. I might be dead this game, but I'm flipping Delver and playing Murktide here. This doesn't make me search. Okay. Yes, I want to reveal Force of Negation. And this is my first Murktide's only going to be a 4/4. That's a pretty embarrassing Murktide. But it is what it is. It's attack. So any untapped land and they can just Titan. Jeez. I don't think I need to leave up Force. I might as well just play a 4/4 flying, even though it's pretty bad. Might lose this game now. Oh my god, I thought I totally counted wrong. I thought I had one extra card. think I was counting the Force in the yard. So, guess I am leaving up Force. That's pretty embarrassing. I think I was like thinking in my head that I was gonna pitch the Force and then have an extra card, but I'm still gonna go Force pitch Murktide, hope to draw another blue card for a second Force. I mean, if they have any untapped land, I guess they need another green untapped green source. Oh, they're ghost quartering their own castle to get a basic? What is this? One, oh, and then a second castle, yeah. And then Titan. Well, I think I'm just gonna lose to this. These forces just did not work out. It's not like Lightning Bolt would have been good either, though. So what do they get now? Still, even though without Amulet, it's still just a Primeval Titan. They're probably going to get, I mean, they can gain life. They can just get Valakut plus the red Hasteland for future Titans. Maybe I should have just forced the Abundant Harvest. I mean, again, they still would have drawn Titan, but maybe they wouldn't have been able to cast it now without the extra card that they drew. And I was just hoping that they would have Summoner's Packs that I'd be able to force rather than forcing the Abundant Harvest. Should have just forced it because they could have chosen land as well if they needed lands. All right, opponents deep in the tank here on which two lands to get. They have a lot of good options, I'm sure. They could also get Bog if they have Bog. I don't know if they typically do. But they do have Cavern. They name Giant for future Titans. And they just get another basic to play around Blood Moon. Smart. There's no way I'm going to be able to win this race. Just didn't really have like the explosive draw. Like 4 mana, 4/4 flying here is not going to cut it. Now I need to probably force pitch force and then hope I draw Thought Scour. Thought Scour myself. Yeah, I'm going to force this. And then, yeah, hope to draw Thought Scour myself, play another Regent, make this one bigger, and race in the air before I just die to this. But it's gonna be tough to do, especially if they just have an Amulet here. I have 7 power in the air. The problem is they have a blocker with reach. I didn't side out the Unholy Heats because there's a lot of game states where I can just enable Delirium, and then when they Titan, I just kill it with Unholy Heat, and that's a decent game plan. Now they're probably going to get Radiant Fountain plus Bounce Land, or they're going to get uh, the Tutor Land, Teleria West plus Bounce Land. I'm guessing Teleria West plus Bounce Land here. Teleria West plus Urza Saga. I was close. I guess that's good. They're just gonna make a Karnstruck next turn. I wonder if I could just have not attacked and traded both my creatures for their Titan. Doesn't seem very good. Then bounce the Teleria West. And then they cannot transmute it this turn. And maybe not next turn either. They need another blue source. Thought that's how they would just get to Layer West plus Growth Chamber, and then they had this Growth Chamber in hand, then play another Growth Chamber, and then they'd be able to transmute this. But they bounced Forest. Interesting. Wow, okay, we draw Thought Scour. So if I hit 2 spells here, please. I hit 0 spells, but I drew another Thought Scour. Oh man. So greedy to go for it. Because I would need to draw an untapped blue source. I can't go for it. So I just need to cast this Regent, and then I make this a 6/6. Attack with both. And then I even have a potential chump blocker. Might just be good here. Alright. Drew the Thought Scour. Didn't hit the spells I wanted to hit necessarily, but make my Regent into a 6/6, play a 5/5 Regent, play a tap land, and then hit. The force on the Summoner's Pact was good. They chumped the 6/6, but I have tons of power in the air. Make a Construct doesn't do anything at this point. They're at 11. I'm not going to plan to chump. Oh, they can float blue with Tolaria West, yeah. Okay, they transmute, get Summoner's Pact, and then they kill me because then they get Dryad here, play Dryad, and then attack with Titan, get double Valakut, trigger 4 times. I already used my Force of Negations. Yeah. Unfortunate. That'd be so sick if I had Subtlety here. Just Subtlety the Dryad, and then that'd be game. I think it's just 100% over now, though. Because, again, they can just get double Valakut here, and then that deals me 12 just with the Valakut triggers. Let's just make them show it to us. Okay. I mean, we still almost won that. So they were playing around Blood Moon to some extent, but I'm still going to have it in the deck. Don't want Counterspell. I like Subtlety. The 2 forces seem fine, and Bolt just doesn't seem that good. Again, I do like Unholy Heat, and I do like Shattering Spree. So, yeah, let's run it. So it's good. 2 Force of Negation seems fine. Could just play more of them, just as more interaction, but like, I mean, I could just not play Shattering Spree because it just sat dead in my hand that whole game. But, of course, imagine if they had Amulet that game, Shattering Spree would have been really solid. This is the 3rd match I've played against Amulet with this deck, and I haven't lost yet, but we could certainly lose this. We're on the play, though. Yeah, go game 3. See there? All right, let's be on the play. Snap keep. All right, let's Flooded Strand for Island. Opponent mulligans. Play Island, play Delver, play Bobble, and then use the Bobble trick to try to flip the Delver. I could wait on the Bobble because I'm going to deploy another Delver on turn 2, but I'm going to Serum Visions anyway. Oh, they mulligan to 5, but that deck can still turn 3 Titan on a mulligan to 5 pretty easily. But we have a turn 3 Blood Moon, so we should be good to go, I think. Okay, let's go. Flooded Strand. No reason to bobble ourselves right now because we know what we're doing. Let's get Island, play Bobble, play Delver. That's the turn. Oh, they're gonna Amulet here. No, okay. No Amulet any of the games. So that definitely helps. It's a Delver of Secrets. It's not a bad draw, actually. So let's draw the Delver. and then try to flip this Delver and then play 2 more Delvers. Aether Gust. Nice. We need another land, but this is still looking great, obviously. Steam Vents, yes. Delver, Delver. And hopefully we flip these too, and then that's just crazy. I guess I could have played Serum Visions in order to try to Blood Moon on 3, rather than deploy the extra Delver. I'm not sure. This isn't bad. Especially with the Aether Gust. You can just hold up Aether Gust next turn. Flip. Island. No. But it is a good draw because just basically shuts them out of the game. This was such a good draw. Crazy. Turn 1 Delver flip, turn 2 double Delver, turn 3 Blood Moon. It's going to be tough for them. They need basic Forest, and then they still can't play Dryad. Oh, they have Force. Okay. Nothing I can do about that. Now they can go Dryad. And they're on a mulligan to 5, but it's pretty good 5 so far. Boreal Grazer, and they pitched a Grazer. They don't have many resources left, but they're close to 6 mana. Okay. The good thing is we can gust the first Titan they play. And I can, if I don't flip Delvers here, I can Serum Visions to set up the flip Delver on the next turn. Unholy Heat. Do you want to reveal this card? Yes. So I might as well just Unholy Heat this. I have Delirium, right? No. But I can Serum Visions to get Delirium, and then if I draw a land off the Visions, which I do, but it's a tap land, might as well draw the Unholy Heat. I don't need the Murktide because I already have triple Delver out. But I might as well leave it on top afterwards. I'm not sure. So if they take 6, go to 10, then they survive next turn, but I want to leave up Gust. Don't want to Gust the Grazer and then just get Titaned, so. Okay. We're drawing Unholy Heat next turn. Maybe I should have drawn the Regent. Yeah. That was just too crazy of a draw. They just have lands. Nice. Delver doing work. 3 and 1. Let's go for the 4-1 in round 5. See you there. All right, round 5. Again, going for the 4-1. Trick to play first. Yes. I mean, I'm going to keep this. I can Bobble Trick. I have an iteration to draw cards. So this is another Bobble Trick. This card is just honestly not a good design. Let's go Bobble ourselves, see if we want to draw it. It's an expressive iteration. We're up against no companion. I feel like I want it. So I still go Tarn, but I don't fetch right now. If I didn't want it, I would fetch now. But I'll let the Bobble trigger happen. I'll draw the iteration. And then I'll probably just play an iteration on 2. Even though it's not ideal. Maybe you can hit a bobble. Oh, Esper Sentinel. So whenever they cast their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless that player plays X, where X is its power. So this is probably Hammer Time. So now on my turn 2, I can just Unholy Heat this and pay 1 so they don't get to draw. Do I want to do that now? Or do I want to do that like on my main phase? Or do I want to do it on their turn later? I think I'll just do it on my main phase. Would you like to pay 2 life? No. And then I'm just going to play Spire Bluff. Unholy Heat doesn't pay 1. It's a lot of iterations. It's an annoying card. It's a good card. Okay, 3 card types in the yard. I don't know what we're up against. It could be mono white. It could be Hammer Time. I have a force. Could just be something completely different. I don't think it's humans with planes into Flooded Strand. Let's go iteration. All right, bolt to hand, play the island. Kind of sucks to play the island, but it's the only way I get value out of the iteration there. So a bit awkward, but I think worth. Esper mana with Esper Sentinel. Okay, literally Esper Sentinel. Interesting. I wonder if it is some humans deck that's like weird colors. That's awesome. Gonna force it though. And then just play another iteration. So this is enters the battlefield with a number of loyalty equal to the lands you control, +1 to surveil one, so it would go up to 4. -3, exile a target creature. -6, put an artifact card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. Which I don't know if you use that much, but it could have application. Probably not. Subtlety. Okay. I mean, they played a creature earlier. Kind of want to just leave up subtlety. And then if they play like another planeswalker, I can just end up turn subtlety and attack it. But if they play a creature and I just get to hardcast subtlety here, it's actually pretty good. Inquisition. That sucks. Okay. They're going to take iteration. So I'm wishing I cast it now, but I don't know what we're playing against. I guess it's just Esper Stoneblade or something with Dakon. They have to take iteration, right? They cannot take subtlety. Yeah. There goes all my gas. It sucks. I think I'm just going to keep holding up subtlety. I'm not going to just cast it here. It just doesn't seem good in this matchup to do that. All right, let's bobble them. Try to get some more information because I really don't know what's in their deck. It's a dam. Okay. Let's play this. Tapped or untapped? I think just tapped. Again, they already played an Esper Sentinel, so I'm assuming they have more creatures. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell. Okay, they don't want to cast a creature into subtlety, I guess. This is looking pretty bad for me. I've already used three out of my 4 iterations as well. Or all of them? No, just 3. They play Courtyard. I'm gonna fetch, and then I only have 1 mountain left to get with this. I'm just gonna keep thinning. Unholy Heat, not great. It's possible I should have just played Subtlety at some point, but then I think it just eats a removal spell, and it could be preventing them from playing a creature because they don't want to get time locked. So I don't hate it. 6 cards to 3 though, which is a problem. I had to force the DAC on. Yeah, I'm just gonna get the mountain. Guess I'll just fetch on my turn. Don't know if it matters. There's the Murktide. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 spells in the yard. So I can just play this for 3 mana, or I can just play it for 2. Still think that's worth. Let's just go down on Delirium. Just play this. It's probably just going to get countered, but they don't have triple blue. I mean, they could just have a counter spell. Wouldn't be surprised if they just have Path. What if they have Solitude? You know, I would just subtlety that probably. Just to make them tap 5 mana again. White, white. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, subtlety this. Get that back on top. So it's just Esper Stoneblade. They probably have Lingering Souls. Maybe not, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Okay, Stoneforge Mystic, they put it on top. I do have 10 power of flyers out, plus a bolt. And they have the dam that we knew about. Dam. But they didn't wait to overload it. Okay, interesting. They have a Stoneforge Mystic on top. Don't think I was supposed to let that resolve. Okay, another Murktide would be good, except I have no spells in the yard. Okay, been kind of a crazy day. A bird just flew into the house, and the fiance freaked out, and it just flew right out. Um, Hitting for 3. We know they're drawing Stoneforge. So did I just play another 3/3 flying? I mean, they already cast this dam. I feel like they don't have another one. I mean, they could. I feel like I just play a 3/3 flying. I need to put pressure on them, I think. Okay. It's not very good, but it is what it is. Just play a 3/3. It's the worst Murktide I've played out of the 5 leagues I've played. Oh wow, this sun is really messing up the green screen. Sorry for that. Wow, they did have a second one. Okay, that wrecked me. I have Stoneforge in hand. Serum is a good draw. These are good. So they're gonna play Stoneforge Mystic. I'm gonna kill it. Then I need the Force of Negation for their Batter Skull or whatever else they get. So top, top. This Murktide is actually going to be decent because hopefully I'll have cast some burn spells, played the Force of Negation, and then the Murktide. Stoneforge Mystic resolves. Then I'm going to try to Lightning Bolt it because this can deal with like a germ or something if I have to. Another Stoneforge. Okay, well I'm just going to kill both Stoneforges here and then force the Batter Skull if they hardcast it. But these are pretty good 2-for-1s here. Sword of Feast and Famine. Lightning Bolt. Unholy Heat. And then try to Force of Negation the Batter Skull. They have 7 cards in hand. And then play a Murktide and hope it's good enough. Might as well just tap mana for the last one. Play a 7/7. Go. That the second copy of Dam just got me. Maybe the way they fired off the first one, I should have realized they had the second, but in my mind it was like they don't have the second for some reason. Snap Dam. This card's sweet. Man, destroy target creature can't be regenerated. And then it's also a Wrath. That's very good. Probably the best Wrath they've ever printed. Alright, I'm kind of down to concede at this point. I suppose I'll keep playing, but Sword of Feast and Famine hitting me, not going to be great here. They just were able to deal with my Murktide so easily, and I didn't have like an aggressive draw. Stoneforge Mystic did its thing. Even though I was able to kill them, it just got so much value. Alright. I don't think they have that many counters. So there's a Channeler. I am going to have 4 card types. I just need to top it, even though this Delver won't flip. It's just another threat that I need. I think I need. So I'm not going to flip the Delver, but I'm going to play a Dragon Rage next turn. Yep. They have a 4/3 pro black, pro green, so I could just trade my channeler for that if they let me. Maybe I somehow claw back in this game. They're not getting value out of the Sword of Feast and Famine because I'm Hellbent, which have a bunch of lands. But they can just not attack this turn, and then I have to attack. They still have 3 cards. I mean, maybe they don't have Lingering Souls, but I feel like they probably do. They probably also have Solitude in their deck. I don't know, maybe not. I guess they just have Esper Sentinel to wear equipment. Prismatic Ending. Jeez. So I can still bolt the Snapcaster. It's also going to get rough because they're probably going to have Sword of Fire and Ice. Just Dakon, just playing it as a good card, I guess. 8 loyalty. Wow. Do they have a combo? They just -8 put an Esper Sentinel into play. That was sweet. Get to untap all their lands. Yeah, 3 mana Planeswalker with 8 loyalty. It's pretty cool. It's just a 1/1 at this point. Alright, we're dead. Literally dead on board. That was a sweet game. Again, they just had all the answers. I think I want Shattering Spree considering they're a Stoneforge deck. And don't really like any of these. I guess Subtlety is decent, but they don't have that many creatures. I think I like this. I don't think I need Fury. It's reasonable though, especially to just cast. I think I want to be the aggressor here. Let's go. Just take out all the forces in this kind of grindy blue matchups. All right, game 2. We got to come back in this match. I got to keep. No aggressive creatures here, but we have double iteration. We have a bauble. We have just a lot of library manipulation here. So I think I'm supposed to keep. They just got too much value. Dam, and then into Overload Dam, into Snap Dam. It literally was a damnation. All right, let's bobble ourselves, see if we want it. It's a Mystical Dispute. I think I do want that. So let's just play Tarn, pass the turn, draw the Mystical. I can just Mystical Dispute like a Dakon or something. Inquisition. All right, well, they're just gonna take a iteration. I guess I probably should have just fetched or played the Spire Bluff and then played Serum Visions. For some reason, I was thinking they might play like an Opt or a Serum Visions, but kind of got punished. Now I'll just Serum Visions. I'm gonna fetch Island Serum Visions here. Lightning Bolt and Unholy Heat. I drew another Serum. Let's just go bottom, bottom. I need threats. Play another Serum now. Thought Scour, Thought Scour. I drew a Delver. I mean, I can top because then I can Delver next turn. No, because I'm probably going to want to just Iteration into Delver. It's just bottom, bottom. Next turn I can go Iteration into Delver or just Iteration, leave up Mystical. And just ignore this Delver for a little while. Alright, well, change of plans. Oh, they're on 1 land? Alright, well, I'm going to go Unholy Heat this, pay. Did they mulligan to something here? They mulligan to 6? Interesting. So pay. Yes, I don't want them to draw. And then I'm just going to deploy Delver now. They probably have an answer for this, I'm sure, because why would they keep a one land hand without a bunch of one drops? Doesn't really make sense, but likely I'll be able to resolve this then. Yep. Ending. Let's go iteration. All right, might as well take Bauble plus Delver here. So Delver to hand, Bolt to bottom, play Exile Bauble, play it, play Steam Vents, pay 2 life, just in case they play some blue spell. And then I'm going to use the Bauble trick to try to flip this Delver. They likely have another removal spell. Esper Sentinel. Okay. That is fine. Let's go Bauble ourselves. It's a Spire Bluff Canal. That is not what we wanted to see. So at least try to flip this Delver. Mishra's Bauble. Jeez. Oh, wait. Oh! That sucked. It said Mishra's Bauble effect, and I thought it was the revealed card. That was pretty brutal. Just missed a flip on Delver. Damn, for no reason. Just Lightning Bolt this and pay. Then I can Mystical any spell. Could have flipped this Delver. Hitting for 3 here. That could cost me the match. I just thought that it was Mishra's Bauble revealing Bauble. Well, that's a good one. They're still on one land. I think I should play this. There's a chance I draw like another iteration or something and want like a ton of mana up. Might just be good now. If they go to 14, I play a Stoneforge Mystic. I think I'm just going to Mystical Dispute this for 3 mana because it's more expensive. I don't know. They're so tight on mana. I could have just saved Mystical because it's cheaper, but Counterspell's still pretty cheap and counters anything. All right. If they just play another Stoneforge, I'm going to let it resolve and then Lightning Bolt it. Rest in Peace definitely resolves. It's really good against me, but I need to save this counterspell. I need to just like try to go door to door with this Delver. Okay, it's a bad draw. I want to play it to play around like their Mystical Disputes or anything that they could have. Just need 2 more hits with this Delver, and I have a counterspell. So most things I'm not countering. That I am. They also have a Fatal Push. Doesn't look like it. It's just thin. Channeler, does that matter? I don't think it likely does anything. I can Surveil one to scry with this Bolt though. So I might just be able to get there because they were stuck on one land for forever. Damn the Delver. Okay. Now I need to just hit with this twice. I am going to Bolt here, I think, because I want to draw another threat on this turn. And I don't care really if they play a Stoneforge Mystic next turn. Let's graveyard that. Okay. One-ones go. They need to answer both of these or somehow have 2 blockers. If they play a Lingering Soul, that's going to be brutal. What a funny game. Okay, well, they also showed us Rest in Peace, which is good to know. Also, their mana seems pretty tight. I wonder if I should just Blood Moon them. Because they, I mean, they might, I mean, I guess they have Prismatic Ending, but they won't be able to cast it for 3, most likely. Might be hard for them to cast their spells through Blood Moon. Just trim a Murktide for sure against Rest in Peace. And might want just to bring in some Force of Negation against that. They actually have a fair amount of creatures, just like an Esper Sentinel and stuff, though. I guess I can. I'm not setting out Dragon Rage Channeler. There's no chance. I think Shattering Spree is worth it just to have outs to their equipment. They're not getting Cauldron Complete that often. I can play one Blood Moon. I can play a Force of Negation. I can play a Fury, or I can cut one more card. I can cut like a Serum Visions and play 2 cards. This is pretty close. I don't hate just playing some Blood Moons. Just like stealing them in that way. I'm also going to be on the draw. They said could not draw any of my 25 lands. Well, that happens. 25 lands is a lot for an Esper Sentinel deck, that's for sure. So funny how people complain in the chat and then they just give away a lot of information. Like them having 25 lands makes it less likely I want Blood Moon because it makes it more likely that they're going to have a bunch of basics. It's like people literally just throwing away information. Just play one Force of Negation. I can just hardcast it as well. Seems fine to trim a Murktide. I don't know about this hand. I'm on the draw. Let's try it. Inquisition. Esper Sentinel. Okay. Nice. That was so good. Delver, go. I guess Esper Sentinel into Stoneforge is a pretty nice curve because it's hard to answer the Stoneforge without letting them draw a card. Okay, no Stoneforge is good. They're not gonna, they don't want to trade, which is really interesting. Flip one time. Nice. That was such a good flip. Nice, and I can just bolt that thing end of turn. I am definitely going to want to pay the 1 if I can. They're going to salt off in the chat some more. Delver Flip Counterspell is the classic Pauper play. Okay, this is fine. So if they play a Stoneforge Mystic, I just bolt this and then let it resolve. A Vindicate. Well, I don't want to let that resolve, but I also don't want to let them draw a card. I mean, I'm not letting that resolve, so I can force pitch a card, either Dispute or Iteration. Pitching Iteration seems pretty insane, but I can force pitch Dispute, pay 1. Or what I can do, no, this is better. I'm just gonna bolt this right now, pay 1, and then force this. That's the line. Let's go. I'm gonna force pitch Dispute. Try to hold on to my Delver. I'm not gonna Iteration yet. But you can see it's kind of a nombo between Iteration and Counterspell. They Stoneforge Mystic. I might just counter it just to free up my Iteration for next turn. They have to do something. I mean, I have a Delver out. Dakon. Just counter it. Do they have a Mystical? No. Do they have a Prismatic Ending or a Fatal Push? No. Regent. That's a great draw. Let's attack first and then play Iteration. This was such a good draw. Okay, I mean, I think I like Delver to hand exile Steam Vents, play Delver. I guess they could have a Wrath then. What about going greedy and taking Delver to hand, and then playing a Bauble and drawing a card, and then not overcommitting into Wrath, and just keeping the Delver in hand? I mean, we know they have multiple copies of Damnation, or literally just Damn. Let's do that. Let's not overcommit into it. They're gonna have to kill this anyway. So let's go Delver to hand, bottom the Steam Vents, and then Bauble. Play Bauble. I didn't really need an extra land right now anyway. I think I should Bauble them now. Because I could draw. Oh no, I set it out the forces. So they're drawing a Stoneforge Mystic. Hopefully they shuffle. They don't. Okay, Thoughtscour is not a bad one. And it wasn't even like necessarily greedy to another Dakon exiling Delver. It's annoying. And it exiles it. I mean, I guess I can still Unholy Heat the Dakon. They have Stoneforge Mystic plus another card. Alright. Shattering Spree. It's actually pretty good. It's a good answer to Stoneforge. So let's Unholy Heat this and then just play a Delver. Then I can play a Murktide next turn, especially if this Delver dies. This is actually pretty good just because it's like a removal spell that's also a Planeswalker. And Surveil 2 is pretty good value. Ending, okay. Just probably jamming next turn. Stoneforge Mystic. That's fine. Get Batterskull. Yep. Problem is they can probably have mana up. I guess I should. I guess I need to Lightning Bolt the Stoneforge here. Probably just get Steam Vents. Lightning Bolt this, and then play a Murktide. Leave an instant in the yard because I have a sorcery. And then hopefully they just tap out for Batterskull because then I can just kill it and then hopefully kill them with my 8/8. They do have a lot of removal to kill Murktide though. So hopefully they don't have it. No Dam, no Dakon, no Prismatic. I guess Prismatic Ending does not do it. They have Dam. And they didn't even cast Batterskull, which is kind of bad for me. Let's Thoughtscour ourselves. Draw Murktide? No. Mill land, land, draw land. Jeez. Alright, let's pass. They have Batterskull plus blank in hand. They're gonna play Batterskull, right? They have to. Rest in peace first. Okay. Trimmed on Murktides, so that's good. Probably just still draw one though. Can't believe they chose to play that over Batterskull. Delver's good. Exactly the threat I want against Rest in Peace. They're at 10. Please just play Batterskull. Come on. You know you want to play Batterskull. Okay. Nice. This is also just a shock now for creatures or planeswalkers. Flip one time. Lightning Bolt. Yes, I want to reveal that card. Then let's just replicate this once just to make sure it resolves. Red, red. Same targets. I mean, they could have. Oh no, they couldn't have even had Force of Negation, but it's unlikely to matter here. Because even if they have like an Inquisition or something, I can just bolt them, and then I wouldn't cast this right now anyway. Geist of Saint Traft. Okay, well I can try to erase that. They have one card left. No removal spell one time. Dakon? Oh, Plague Engineer. Okay, well I can kill the Plague Engineer. Thank God this flipped. That would have been so brutal. I can Unholy Heat this. Then I can draw Lightning Bolt and win. Bolt. Channeler. Channeler is actually good though, because I'm hitting them down to 4, and then I could bolt them right now down to 1 and then have 2 lethal creatures. But I think I'd rather just wait, because if they draw the dam, they're going to have to overload it. But I also want to resolve this lightning bolt on them. Let's just bolt them. Oh, I get to surveil. I feel like it's good enough. I mean, they need to draw something here. Nice. It's game. Whew, got the 4-1. Nice. Back-to-back 4-1s recording today. This deck is so strong. So now, overall, in 5 leagues, what is it? It's 3 losses in 5 leagues. So 22 and 3. Holy crap. Is that correct? I think it is. I have 2 5-0s and I think I have 3 4-1s. This deck is so strong. It just seems to just get there every time. I think I liked the 4 Force of Negations. I also liked it when it was 3, so that could go either way. I liked the Blood Moons definitely in the sideboard. I liked them over the Cleansing Wildfires. Excuse me. I like the Blood Moons over the Cleansing Wildfires. I like also, I think 2 Blood Moons, I think it's a good amount. I really liked Aether Gust as well. It's good against Titan. You can bring it in against Burn. I'm still interested in thinking about. I need to talk to my brother more about it, or talk to people more about it, about playing one Hallowed Fountain, and then playing cards like Wear Tear, playing cards like Timely Reinforcements, maybe a Stony Silence, probably not, but just those cards are all good. I don't think it's going to end up being worth it. Still need some work on the sideboard here, but the record of this deck has been ludicrous. Just crazy. Those are the only changes that I'd make. I do like Delver over Ragavan, I think, and that's even without. I mean, I keep saying I want to test Ragavan, but also in reality, I do have a rental account from Card Orders. Shout out to them. It's right here. Pretty, pretty great rental service. They hooked me up with an account, and they hooked me up with a fat account, which is why I'm able to play cool decks like this with all these Force of Negations, which are 100 ticks. But it still is difficult to get decks that are like 4 Force of Negation, 4 Ragavan, because I don't really have a big Magic Online collection. I just have a Pauper collection. As you can see here, all these decks are, not legal. So shout out to Card Hoarder, great rental service. They hook it up fat for me. Appreciate that. And this deck is awesome. But I still think Delver is better than Ragavan. The flying is huge, and the blue card is huge. And I really like Force of Negation a lot. Even when I was playing Blue Light Control, I was playing 4 Force. But enough of me rambling on. Hope you enjoyed the content. This is youtube.com/snapbolt. Please consider subscribing. Helps me out. Ring the bell. Comment down below. Whatever you want to do. Thanks so much. And until next time, peace.